I have hit the button. Let's see if we get the action. Ooh, it's looking good. What we got? Stream? We got love? We got love. We got Jesus. I am the beach. Howdy, everybody. Welcome to the beach practice hour. I'm just gonna F around today. And maybe if I'm lucky, I'll find out. What a groove! Mama Pajama rolled out of bed and ran to the police station. And Papa found out, he began to shout, and he started the investigation. 'Twas against the law, 'twas against the law. What my mama saw, 'twas against the law. Mama looks down and spits on the ground every time my name gets mentioned. And Papa says, oh, if I get that boy, I'm gonna stick him in the house of detention. Well, I'm on my way, and I don't know where I'm going. I'm on my way, and I'm taking my time, but I don't know where. Goodbye to Rosie, Green Corona. See you knew me and Julio down by the schoolyard. See you knew me and Julio down by the schoolyard. Ah-ah. I don't know what I'm doing. See you knew me and Julio down by the schoolyard. See you knew me and Julio down by the schoolyard. Whoa! In a couple of days they come and take me away, but the press let the story leak. And when the radical priest comes to get us released, well, we end up on the cover of Newsweek. Well, I'm on my way, and I don't know where I'm going. I'm on my way, and I'm taking my time, but I don't know where. Goodbye to Rosie, Queen Bona. See you knew me and Julio down by the schoolyard. See you knew me and Julio down by the schoolyard. See you knew me and Julio down by the schoolyard. So Paul Simon was able to really write a killer hook on the rhythm guitar, and that is the hook. It's got a little bit of it's got a total groove. You can add percussion, or you could at least imagine percussion in my case right now. And you know, it's A, B. In fact, I can remember when I was, well, I don't know exactly why I was watching this, because I would have been at the time probably a little too old to be watching Sesame Street, but I did see an appearance on Sesame Street where Paul Simon was hanging with the kids on Sesame Street like you do, and he was playing that hook. Google it, YouTube it if you want. I think it's probably out there. That's probably where I saw it. You're not watching it for Sesame Street purposes, obviously. You're watching it because it's Paul Simon, and he's playing with the kids, and they're singing and dancing. There's the one little girl who was actually just kind of singing what she felt to that little hook. And it's really quite brilliant. I don't know where that girl is today, but man, she must be a musical genius, because she would have been, 6, 7, 5, maybe just really young, singing along and just grew into the whole thing. Paul Simon, I'm sure he was just sitting there going, hey, I can't stop. In the best of conditions, you can barely stop playing this hook. A, D, A, E. So easy. And the strumming is just something, I always do better with a drummer or a click or something, some kind of rhythm, but you do your best you can when you're all by yourself, though. And so there's Paul Simon. He can't stop playing because this girl's going off, and she's banana, whatever she was singing, I can't remember. It's just brilliant. You got to see it. So there you go. Now that's a you should have been there, kind of a scenario, and you weren't there, unless you've seen it, and then you will be there, and then you'll know. If you know, you know. So Mama Pajama roll out of bed, we're staying on the A to the D. So easy, the song. End up on the cover of Newsweek, and the that little bridgy chorus. That's just a. Well, I'm on my way, and I'm gonna play the A now. I'm on my way to this the D. B flat with a 7, a minor 7. Goodbye to Rosé, Browner. And now for the bit pièce de résistance. Well done, Paul Simon. So I'm just doing A, G. I don't even know why I'm spelling this out, because if you got half an air, you can figure it out. If you don't have half an air, don't stop. Keep it up. Again, this song, second year song, you can nail it. Seeing you, me and Julio down by the schoolyard. Seeing you, me and Julio down by the schoolyard. Seeing you, me and Julio down by the schoolyard. And then it goes forever. Until you figure out a way to end it. I love that song though. It's a crowd pleaser. People dig it. So, what are we all in the mood for today? I was just trying to open with something that was kind of, cool and upbeat. I visited my mom on Mother's Day. That was yesterday. Oh, sorry, the day before yesterday. It's Tuesday now. Oh man, the rock and roll life makes the week kind of, melt together. So yeah, I had my guitar with me. Got to sing her a song. So you got to sing your mom a song. She loves Wichita Line, man. This song is kind of multimodal, I guess. I don't know how else to describe it, because you're kind of feeling like you're in G to start off with. You feel like that's a C chord, but you feel like that feels kind of like the root to me. And then you go to a whole new place. So yeah, I love that Wichita Line. I start off that C. This is cheating again, because I'm just doing the C chord, and I got my pinky playing that niner on that. There's a D on the B string. And I just play a decent swing. All of this is stuff that I just kind of, there's a jillion different ways to do this song, and believe me, it's been done a jillion different ways. This is my way, so that's Mikey. Once again, for anybody playing along, if there is anybody playing along, God love you. I'm D-tuned, standard in D, so that's technically a D right there. It's gonna sound like a D. It's beautiful, I love it. And got my growling guild, so growling guild. Bang it out of tune. So yeah, Mom, this was just a. I am the lineman for the county, and I drive the main roads, searching in the sun for another overload. I hear singing through the wire. Here I'm playing a D. I'm just going. Little kind of picking around and messing around with the D. I hear you do the why, and what I want to hit here is a A with a major 3 C sharp as the bass, because it's going to slide down to that minor C for the bass. And I need you more than want you. Let's see, let's see. And I need you more than want you. And I want you for all time. Wichita lineman, still on the line. So that's a whole complicated little bit. And once again, it's so multimodal because you start out feeling like you're in the key of G, but you end up really feeling like you're in the key of E, and then I need you more than want to. Takes you someplace that's completely outer space, frankly. I want you for all time. And what I'm doing here, this is a killer chord. It's basically an A, and then an A minor. But you want to have that C sharp bass and then the C bass. So I'm playing my A without a major 3, except for in that bass. And you end up with this. So it's an A with that C sharp bass, but it's also got a 9 added. And then what I do here, as I'm sliding down to that C minor, or C natural for the A minor, I slide my pinky up to that high E string and play a G on it for kicks. That's heartbreaking. And I need you more than want you. I want you for all time. Wichita lineman. All I'm doing there is a suspended E. And then an A with that, with no major 3 again. Still alive. Back to the intro. C with that 9 added, that D on the B string. Oh, I forgot about the cheating. The cheating here. This whole entire hand shape just slides up to play this sort of funky E chord. Oh, sorry, it would be a funky C chord. No, my bad. Sorry. It's a funky C chord here with the 9, and then a funky D chord. There we go, funky D. It's a funky D. Cheating guitar, because you're not changing anything, you're just going. Sounds beautiful. I know I need a small vacation, but it don't look much like rain. And if it snows, that stretch down south won't ever stay straight. And I need you more than want you. And I want you for all time. Wichita lineman, still on the line. Still on the line. Still on the line. Anyway, that's Wichita lineman. Mom loves it, you know. So God bless her, I was able to sing her song. Sing her a few songs. But that's what you do when you go to visit your mom. Let's see, what else we got here today? I've just had this funky little thought. You know, it's always the funky thoughts that just pop into your head out of nowhere that take you someplace where, you know, for a second, and I'm going, what is that song? And I'm thinking Journey for a second. It just popped into my head, Journey, and what is that song? Faithfully. Circus life under the big topple, make us laugh. I don't know if that's the right key to do that in for me. Highway run. See, now here I am cheating again. Now, I don't do this all the time, but a lot of times, when you're playing that F sharp minor, you just kind of fudge it. Instead of playing a bar chord F sharp minor, you just let it go with a G on that F sharp. I'm sorry, with a thumb on that G sharp bass. It's F sharp bass. Listen to Beach. And you let a couple of these top strings ring open that don't typically fit in the key chord. But this chord is actually integral. I'll show you something real quick here. Yeah, here we go. I'm changing gears here real quick. The other week I was messing around with this tune and I couldn't think of the name Greg Almond. Almond, not like the nut. Greg Allman, not like the nut. Almond. Beach. Don't get old. So anyway, this chord progression that Greg Allman came up with is just brilliant. He's sitting there ringing on that open E, power chord of all time on the guitar. But then he does this little thing where he's playing this F sharp minor, and he's, instead of that bar chord F sharp, he's got his thumb over here, and he's got his pointer finger on the, that's playing A on the G string, so the minor 3 for the F sharp. And then he slides the whole position up 1-2 frets. And you end up with some kind of a little funky, once again, a funky E. It's almost like, but now he's doing it like this. So. G sharp and the bass. And the whole time he's letting that E and that B ring a little bit. At least I think that's what I hear. I could be doing this all wrong. Who knows? Crossroads seem to come and go, yeah. So anyway, this little F sharp, this cheater F sharp minor chord, I can't do it all the time, but when I can, I'm going to throw it in there in other songs that's just like different. So if I'm going to do a 4-chord wonder, in A, I could do that. I could go F sharp with a bar, or I could go make it a little more interesting, and you know, screw around with it. So if I was gonna do back to the Journey, if I'm messing around with Journey and I'm going, you know, highway run. See, that totally works right there. Thank you, Greg Allman. I'm gonna do that. I don't know that he invented the chord, but what the heck, you know, it's where I learned it, was learning his song. So, thank you, Greg. Yeah, let's see. What are those words? Highway run. Na, 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 na. Something, something, always another show. Okay, so that's the journey. I'm just kind of effing around, like I said. And now that might be overusing that lovely chord too much. I'm just gonna mess around with it for a second here. See what my ears say to me. Let's see that. What are those words? They say that the road ain't no place to start a family. Right down the line is with you and me. And loving the music, man, ain't always what it's supposed to be. Now what I'd love to do is come up with something that's a little bit bigger than that C bar chord, C minor. So A might not be the most ideal key for this. What if I was to try G? And that's getting way super low. Once I'm down in G, I'm totally out of the Steve Perry vocal range, which that doesn't suck for a lot of people like me. You know, I'm not trying to sing in the stratosphere all the time. Do a little of that, but definitely not like Steve Perry. The way you run, that's almost silver. Under the midnight sun. Always another show. That wouldn't be bad. I don't know. I'll mess around with that some more later on. I didn't want to take all day with it. It was just something that popped into my head. And so here I am screwing around. It's what you're going to do. You have something that pops into your head and you're going to mess around with it. Kind of like yesterday. Well, I was waiting at the airport in Kansas City. Kansas City. I don't know what to say. That's I'm going to Kansas City. I'm going to Kansas City. Kansas City, here I come. I'm going to Kansas City town, Kansas City, here I come. They got the pretty little women and I'm gonna... What is that jazz? I'm gonna get me some. I'm gonna stand on the corner, 12th Street and Vine. I'm gonna stand on the corner, 12th Street and Vine. Is that the real words? Is there a corner in Kansas City called 12th Street and Vine? I don't even know. I've never been there. Not downtown anyway. They got the pretty little women and I'm get that jazz. I'm gonna get me some. Well, I might take a train, I might take a plane. Gonna get that just the same. Oh, effing. Kansas City, here I come. Yeah, just effing around and finding out. Not really finding out on that one. I'm just effing around without finding out. Maybe that's safe. Oh, okay, so yes, I was in the airport. And life is a music, man. You know, for years I was on the road, and I don't know what kind of a circuit there is nowadays, frankly. I mean, I hear some rumors, but it can't be the same as it was. I could only imagine that it's not. For one thing, back in the day, there was smoking allowed in most clubs, and I think nationwide we've pretty much got a pretty staunch smoking public ban. So clubs look really different. I think there's a generational difference. I think, you know, in the 80s and 90s, you went to the club. You went to the clear Fridays and Saturdays nights, all through the week. You were there dancing, and they had live music. DJs were a thing that ran between the sets of the live band, and maybe that's how it is. But anyway, for the circuit, for the A circuit, and this was to a large degree nationwide. I mean, there was some areas where the circuit wasn't really entrenched, and I would have to argue that Oregon and California were not those places. Not a real awesome circuit in the 80s and 90s. Where the circuit was killer was your Bible Belt, Florida, Alabama, Georgia, stellar circuit, all the way up into Kentucky, Tennessee, obviously, Chicago, Illinois, Indiana had some circuit clubs in them. So North and South Carolinas, obviously the Carolinas, we don't want to leave them out. All of those places had a pretty awesome circuit. So you traveled around, boom, boom, boom. And the way that would work is you'd have an agent booking the gigs. Obviously, had an agent, and the band would just be playing 4 weeks at some high-profile club. 4 weeks usually in a row, 5 nights a week, 4 weeks straight. That was usually how it would. So it's not like you're not playing a rotation gig. Now I play rotation gigs all the time. So I'm set up, tear down, set up, tear down, set up, tear down, all of the time. There's so much setting up and tearing down. It's just it's horrible, frankly. I don't care for it. That's the least favorite part of it. But in those days, it was a setup, and then you would be playing the gig, and the band would practice during the day when the club wasn't open, and then we'd be trying all of our new material out on the club that night. It was a heck of a life, and the people that lived in those areas where these high-profile clubs were, they were very familiar with, the club. We were the interlopers, and they would know the club, and they would be there. The clubs would always, they'd either put the band up in a hotel, or more often they would have some house, some cute little bread and butter job that was, I guess somebody owned by the club owner or something. They're off to the side, off-season rental property that now that they've got a nightclub, they're going to go ahead and just house the band there. So the band house, it was a band house, and at the end of the night. You didn't really have to say it, but it would be a thing that was, frankly, said, party at the band house! And you finish up the gig, and boom, boom, thank you, have a good night! And then put your instrument away and, walk out to the car. There's still people, hanging out at the club. Yeah, I love you, man, you got it right. The drunk, yeah! And then you walk out to your car. And then you drive back to the band house, which is, half mile away from the club, pretty close usually. You drive there, boom, boom, boom. And then, of course, when you get there, there's no place to park. No place to park because there's already a jillion people at the band house. Now, but I got to set the Wayback Machine here. See, the thing is you arrive at the club to set up. Sometime in the middle of the day. It's usually going to be on a Sunday or a Monday. You're setting up and going to be ready to play for Tuesday night, Tuesday through Saturday, or some operation like that. So you arrive there Sunday after you've been driving all day from the last gig in, Podunk, wherever, who cares. And now here you are in, Auburn, Alabama, or Charleston, one of the Carolinas. And then boom, there you go. You're setting up. You arrive at the band house, and the place will be trashed. The club will do what they can to keep it clean. It'll be, you can tell that it was vacuumed, maybe, and maybe just kind of sort of wiped down, and maybe the linens on the beds were washed. Sometimes not, because you could pick up critters. Yes, it's true. It happened. You could pick up critters from the bed sheets in the band house. And you're going, why were there critters in the bed sheets? Anyway, but the furniture would be just trashed. The house was pretty much just partied out. It was totally partied out. It would, like I said, it'd be clean, wiped down, maybe sort of halfway clean. But if you lifted up the cushions on the couch, you'd find, you can just imagine. I don't even have to say it. You're going, oh, that's what you find on the couch on that. There'd be all sorts of things. And the couch itself would be just slammed to the ground, just trashed, just junk. It would be the kind of thing that you're looking at going, do I really even want to sit on that? And you're thinking, probably not. And the furniture, all the rest of the furniture, there would be a lazy boy or something. That would be trashed too, and it'd be all screwed up and funky. And the table would be, and the chairs around the table would be all, it was just, everything was screwed up in that band house. It was just partied out. And that was the life. But then you go, so you get there after the gig, there's no parking, you park halfway down the block just to park your car, and you're walking back up, and the place will be just wall to wall with people that were there at the club. They were there at the club, and now they're at the Bound House, and they're gonna party. And you know, there was whatever debauchery you can imagine. It went on. People would already be naked. They'd be, you know, doing drugs. Obviously, there would be plenty of alcohol, and it was just crazy scene. It would have party all night long. It would finally calm down, usually sometime around 3 o'clock, maybe 4. It would get a little quieter, but up to that point, it was just like. And if I wanted to sleep, which I usually did, it was earplugs. That was the only thing. It was earplugs. And then you'd be like crawling into your bed, and you'd have to, I would literally have to kick girls out of it. They're like, what are you doing? Get out of here. I'm trying to, get out of my bed. And there was, God, what are the memories? There would be the girls, they would have certain lines. They just knew what to say, you know, things like, it was so trite and so pat. It would be, I saw you from the dance floor. The band guy would be like, yeah, baby, I saw you from the stage. Yeah, the best looking guy in the band. Yeah, baby, you were the best looking girl in the club. And, you know, just all that so trite stuff that was heck of a thing. At the band house, the girls would be like, oh, I've never been here before. This is my first time. Right. Or yeah, my first time. Yeah, baby. Oh, which way to the bathroom? I gotta go. Be like, get out. You know where the bathroom is. Just carry on with your damn drunk self. Oh, I loved it. It was a fun life. It was hilarious. It was a laugh a minute. I'd do it again if I was young. I hope there's something kind of like that in the circuit. Something if it suits a person, they ought to do it for at least some period of time. Try to see what they can do to get that out of their system. So yesterday in the airport, I was messing around with this little tune, and I was just effing around. Now, obviously, I'm playing on the acoustic guitar, and this song, which is Duran Duran, Save a Prayer, it was chock full of keyboards. Had a keyboard hook. That's not even what it was, because that's a different inversion. But what I finally figured out that I liked here was I'm playing in E minor. The basic chord progression is E minor. Something to that effect, right? But I want to add that F sharp and a D. And what you can do then, if you do it like that, because obviously you could simplify it. You could just go. And there's a place for that. That's just E minor, throw on an F, and then G with a. I'm sorry, when I say F, I mean F sharp. And then the G with the major 7. This would be a C with a major 7 on it. And I'm throwing on that F sharp again. And it doesn't fit at all. It's I mean, technically, because F sharp is going to be your flatted 5 on a C chord. But it sounds killer, doesn't it? But to make it even more complicated, which I've got to do because, you know, why not? I'm going to throw that damn D in there. And so instead of keeping it simple, I'm going to do that. And then the change here is actually pretty academic because I can leave these two in place and go. And then these two just go up a string. But for that C, for this C right here, because I normally do my C with this little dandy playing on the E string so that I can kind of get that full ring, I can't do that here. So I've got, because I'm using all 4 of my fingers already, I'm going to curl my thumb up there, but no. So instead the thumb's just going to mute that E string, because the last thing you want to do is have that ring, and that's not good at all. My fingers don't totally have this they're just not totally going there by automatic yet. But anyway, so if I was gonna mess around with this thing, I'd be like you saw me standing on the wall, corner of a main street, and the lights are flashing on your windowsill. All alone ain't much fun, so you're looking for a thrill, and you know just what it takes and where to go. Don't say a prayer for me now. Save it for the morning. Get it right, Beach, get it right. So that's gonna be a C minor bar chord here, and I'm throwing in the minor 7. Don't save a prayer. We got an E. For this particular E major with a major 7, I'm gonna play a bar chord over here, and then just kind of hit. If you know your regular D chord, and you can do a D major 7 like that. Now I'm just taking the whole thing up a fret and putting a bar on it, but letting the E string in. Don't say a prayer for me now. A major with a major 7. Save it for the morning after. That's gonna be my A flat minor. I'm throwing on the minor 7. That's what I was really trying to hit there before. So don't say a prayer for me now. Save it for the morning after. Hell, don't say a prayer for me now. Save it for the morning after. Gotta get it right. Feel the breeze deep on the inside, lift you down into the well. If you can, you'll see the world in all its fire. Take a chance like our dreamers can find another way. You can dream at all. You don't have to dream. You don't have to dream at all. Just live a day. Don't say a prayer for me now. Save it for the morning after. Get it right, get it right. Don't say a prayer for me now. Save it for the morning after. No, don't say a prayer for me now. Save it for the morning after. Save it till the morning after. Save it till the morning after. Pretty looking road I try to hold, but some blood that filled my skin. Don't ask me why I keep my promise, melt the ice. And you wanted to dance, but you'd asked me to dance. Oh yeah, got that backwards, didn't I? And you wanted to dance, so I asked you to dance. But fear is in your soul. Some people call it a one-night stand, but we can call it paradise. Don't say a prayer for me now. Save it till the morning after. No, don't say a prayer for me now. Save it till the morning after. Don't say a prayer for me now. Save it till the morning after. No, don't say a prayer for me now. Save it till the morning after. Say a prayer. So here they're doing that kind of a little walk down thing. I'm not sure whether they wanted to put that in the song, but apparently they did. So I'm going to emulate it, at least for now. Say a prayer till the morning after. 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 Anyway, that was that. I'm going to put together a killer sequence for that. Won't be hard. And eventually learn the words and play it at gigs, like I said. And that's how I do my practice. So that which brings me back to that whole point about being a cakewalk dinosaur. Man, if I had to buy tracks and play them pre-recorded as MP3 files, I know that's easier. It's a lot easier with regards to the setup and teardown of the gig itself. But man, doing the cakewalk thing, or any whatever MIDI software you want to use with a keyboard, I can have the words up there. I can put it in whatever key is best for me to do it. I can make the sequence sound as killer as I want it to sound. I can add stuff to it. That's so brilliant. I love it. So yeah, that's my justification for being a cakewalk dinosaur. And if you ever get the chance to hear the song when I play it live, after I get the sequence put together, which will take me a day, I promise you it's going to sound like it's going to sound like that. It's going to sound like that production term that I don't want to say too much. Yeah, killer song though. Now that song wasn't totally one of those earth-shattering songs for me, but it wouldn't have taken much. If I had been in the right context or the right frame of mind hearing that for the first time, if I'd been heartbroken, or if I had heard that song for the first time where I was actually, hanging out with some chick late at night and trying to, basically see how far I could get with her, that song probably would have blown my mind hardcore. I would have been like, whoa. So, killer song. Makes me think of another Duran Duran tune. Now, the first time I heard Ordinary World, that one did blow my mind. Got to tune this guitar. Anyway, I don't want to mess around with Ordinary World. That's one of those songs where I have put together a killer sequence for it, and I do play it live, and I enjoy it a lot. It's a very self-indulgent song, as so many of these are. And the first time I heard that one, I was driving my truck between Chicago and Louisville when it came on the radio in 1992. And it did blow my mind. I was like, back in those. See, the funny thing about time is it goes faster when you get older because there's more of it. And when you're young, like I was in my early 20s, you know, 6 months was a true 6 months, and or a year was a true year. Or at least that's how I would say it was a true year. Now, a year is a blur. Months go by at light speed. Crikey, how does this happen? I had this thing beautifully in tune. I've been banging on it. What the heck? How does this even happen? So it had been, what I want to say, it had been 3 or 4 years since Duran Duran had put anything out. And they were kind of losing their relevance, at least for somebody in my age at that time. I still loved them, but they weren't on the radio. They weren't putting out new stuff for those few years between 1987 or whatever it was in 1992, or trying to think of what the time frame was. So it seemed like they've been gone forever. And then they came up with that Ordinary World tune that was on radio, and I was like, and I recognized them right away. I was like going, holy crap, that's Simon Le Bon. Oh, I remember now. There was, 1989, they did their side project, Arcadia. Yeah. They were going through some stuff there. And Arcadia was killer, though. And there was there was some other side project that they did. I'm trying to think it was, can't think what was that Arcadia too? Or was that just Duran Duran, but without the Taylor brothers? Never mind. I never really followed them that close. I just kind of like their music. I could look all this up on Wikipedia and have it all done. Bloody hell. So how are we doing here? Let me switch back over this. I've done too much rambling today and not enough playing, so let me think of something to practice. Too much rambling. It's good. It's a good day for rambling. I'm sorry if I try to be as informative as I can. So what's a good song? Oh, you know what I got to do? You know what I really ought to practice is. Yeah. This is a little tune by Stevie Wonder. You and I. And I'm cheating on it big time, but it just works out. So if your voice is like mine, if your guitar is like mine, you can cheat on it too. This is one of those E majors with major 7 that I'm doing here. So cheat. Then an A with a major 7 and probably a 9 thrown in or some odd thing. And this is just 2 fingers right here. Slide it back a single fret, and there I'm on the murderer chord. What? Let's see. Here we are on earth together. It's you and I. God has made us fall in love. It's true. Never found someone like you. This is another one of those really multimodal songs. Stevie Wonder's a musical genius, obviously, and he clearly thinks of music in a whole different dimension than us mere average mortals. But will it say this love you feel for me? Will it say that you will be by my side? What I'm doing here is I'm just playing an A flat with a suspended thing here. It's a bar chord, and I'm resolving it with a normal A flat. So it's true. C sharp with a or D flat, depending on what angle you want to come from. I don't really think of that in terms. C sharp with a major 7 bar chord. I've never found. There's a bar chord F minor with a minor 7. Someone. B flat. I move it up here for purposes because I could go. But I like to do it up here to make this transition a little easier. I never found someone. That's got to be major. Never found someone like you. And he does this thing where he's once again taken in a whole different mode or different key. Frankly, different key, if you want my humble opinion. So he's. Will it say this love you feel for me? Will it say that you will be by my side to see me through until my life is through? This is an E flat minor with a minor 7. Through. And you want to hold that note out because it fits in both chords. And this is a change. So hold the note out, ties the two together, because otherwise this change right here is going to sound like it's coming out of nowhere. But if you're holding that note vocally, ties it together. Just until my life is through. Cause in my mind, there's that F minor with the ringy stringy things, F minor with the ringy F sharp minor with the ringy stringies. It's in my life, murder chord. We can conquer the world in love. You and I, you and I, you and I. So that's just a B. I could do that here, but I like this inversion myself. If that's going to be a question of taste and choice. You and I, you and I, you and I. Do, 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 do. I am glad, at least in my life I've found someone who may not be here forever to see me through, but I found my strength in you. I only pray that I've made for you one brighter day, 'cause that's all I'm living for. You see, don't worry what happens to me. 'Cause in my mind, you will be here always, in love. You and I, you and I, you and I, you and I. 'Cause in my mind, we can conquer the world in love. You and I, So that would be there's a little turnaround there. So in my mind, we can conquer the world with love. You and I, you and I. That's our B flat with our minor 7. You and I, E major with the major 7. You and I. Now we're gonna turn it around with that B flat. Sorry, B minor with the minor 7. You and I. And now we're playing an E. Ooh, I'm kicking a mic. E with a minor 7. And the inversion I do there, because I could be doing it down here, but I'm playing it up here with that bar, and I'm just playing like a D7, but with it, so it's barred up. So in my mind, you will be here always. Whoops. Yeah. In my mind, you will be here always. In love, you and I, you and I, you and I, you and I. Minor, beach, minor. 'Cause in my mind, we can conquer the world with love. You and I, you and I, you and I. I'm just doing, I'm not messing around here, but this is, this is me getting self-indulgent, because you got to end the song, you got to end it somehow, and you're gonna do, you're gonna like, I don't know, do what I want. So the ending there for me that I like so much is, you and I, B flat with a minor 7. You and I. That's a C major with a major 7, doing the way that I love it. One of my favorite chords on the guitar. You and I, murder chord. Non-bar thumb reach around F. You and I. See? It's there's not much to it. Like, again, this is all second year guitar stuff. It's not straying too terribly far away from the cowboy chords. I know this murder chord is not technically a cowboy chord. That's only because the cowboy died playing it. Of a broken heart. And in contextually, because a lot of times I'm doing songs in the key of that thing. Play the chord, Beach. What? I'm like new at this or something. See, yeah, so there you're totally picking out, you recognize it. But in this context here, you and here we are. On earth together, it's you. So in that context, some people might not totally recognize the murder chord, and cause in my, there's that murder chord. We can conquer the world. So that's music coming together in such a beautiful way that it's cheating. It's like a manipulation, I almost feel like. I almost feel bad about playing it, because this is the kind of song that if you play it, as a, for instance, for your mom and dad on their anniversary, they're going to go, oh, I love you, baby, and just have a moment, and the whole time you're just, I don't mean to be cynical about it. I'm not, believe me. It's music at its finest, and all I can say is, hats off to the guys who invented the guitar. Hats off to the guys who said, you know what, let's do this strange tuning with a guitar to make it so that we don't have an open string chord. Instead, we need to have it go up by fourths and then not a fourth, because I don't know the history of guitar. I don't know. E, A4, D's a 4, G's a 4, B made what? Why? That's not a 4. Oh, And I'm sure that if we look back in the history of guitar long enough, we'd probably find a situation where it was tuned like that. It'd be like a E, A, D, G, C, and then an F. Woo! All fours. But no. So the whole thing is just like, so if you've never touched a guitar in your life, pick your guitar up and do that. Just do this. This is. I mean, a lot of you are going to struggle with bar chords. Obviously, bar chords are a huge thing if you're going to learn guitar. And any first-year guitar player is going to go, yes, I know, I'm still working on it. So if I was going to say, how to practice bar chords, I would just practice hitting your bar. Don't worry about hitting a chord. Just go. Make sure you don't have a lot of ringing strings. There's some tips and tricks you can do. Obviously, if you talk to any guitar players, they're going to say, don't sit to the back end of the fret. You're going to have lots of buzz. So position your finger kind of toward the, almost on top of it, wherever it can. So then you can eliminate buzz. And if you just do this, you're going to build your bar chord muscle, and then you're going to go. But this particular bar chord, this is even easier because you're not even doing all 6 strings. You're letting the bottom E string ring, and you're just doing those top 5, and then you've got this little bar up here. That's a no-brainer. So what I would say to somebody who's never touched a guitar in their life, I'd be like, okay, make sure it's in tune. Obviously, that's going to be a step 1. And if you don't have somebody to help tune it, you're going to go online and figure out how to tune the guitar so you go. Okay, good. But then you go to, if you wanted to just throw yourself right into the deep end on a song that sounds amazingly cool, you're just going to go. It's only the intro, but it's still the kind of thing that's just going to blow your mind. You're going to be like, maybe I'm just a simpleton because I don't know. It blows my mind, but somebody might be going, yeah, Beach, you're way too up that, way too up the arse of the song. But then when you're into your second year of guitar and you're getting more advanced and you're doing these things, we can conquer the world in love. You and I, you and I. And so, and back to that, basically what I'm saying is that by the second or third year of guitar playing, you're set to start manipulating people. I don't want to make it sound like, I'm not that cynical. It's not that you're manipulating people at all. What I feel like I'm doing is I'm delivering to them catharsis. And at the same time, I'm giving myself vast quantities of catharsis. Because that's the healing. You live your life so stoic. And stoic doesn't necessarily mean that you have to shove all of your feelings down. It's not that at all. But it sometimes can look like that. Can look like you're shoving your feelings down. And you need to feel them. So you need catharsis. I need it. And I'm going to get catharsis by, I've never Never seen you looking so lovely as you did tonight. Never seen you shine so bright. Look amazing. Never seen so many men ask if you wanted to dance, looking for a little romance, even half a chance. I've never seen that dress you're wearing, or the lights in your hair that catch your eyes. I have been blind, a lady in red is dancing with me, cheek to cheek. There's nobody here, it's just you and me. It's where I wanna be, and I only know there's beauty by my side. I never will forget the way you look tonight. That song shouldn't be so cathartic for me. Shouldn't be. And in some ways it's not. But I was dating a girl. We dated for 7 years. I broke up with her just last year. And I don't need to go into the details of why. But I took her to Venice last summer. It was the vacation of a lifetime, frankly. And I want to do it again. I want to go back. It'll probably be with somebody else, obviously, but I don't know. While we were there, we went on the gondola ride like you do. You got to go on the gondola ride. And one of the services that they can offer for you when you're on the gondola ride is you can pay to have a musician play while the two of you are on the gondola getting paddled around. And they said to me, would you like to have that service? I said, I don't think so. So I put my girlfriend, girl I believed was the love of my life, on that gondola. She was wearing a red dress. And she did truly look amazing. And we paddled around, for the gondola paddled around, he pushed us around with the stick they used for a few minutes. I guess it was probably close to an hour. The whole time I played every love song I could think of for her. And I played Lady in Red. Yeah. And I got the gondolier. I got him. While I was singing Lady in Red, I looked up and he was going like... Anyway, it was quite a moment, quite a memory for me. And I didn't want to have to break up with her. I truly didn't. But it was the right thing to do. I cared for her deeply, and I still do, and I just, it was about, she was my reason for singing, I thought. And since then, since I broke up with her, I've had to discover new reasons for singing, which I more or less have done, but I can't sing Lady in Red without thinking of her. on the gondola. Never seen you looking so gorgeous as you did tonight. Never seen you shine so bright. Never seen so many people wanna be by your side. Then you turned to me and smiled, took my breath away. Never had such a feeling of complete and utter love as I do tonight. A lady in red is dancing with me, cheek to cheek. There's nobody here. It's just you and me. It's where I wanna be. And I hardly know this beauty by my side. Never will forget the way you look tonight. Never will forget the way you look tonight. Yeah. So it's about catharsis. If I'm in a situation where I have to get a feeling out, and I can't just contemplate the feeling or meditate it out, I can play the music and get that feeling out. That is, if you explore my YouTube channel at all, you're going to see that I've put up some original songs. I've got a bunch of original music that I've written over the years, and I'm just in the process right now of kind of re-recording them here and there a little bit, and then slapping down AI video to them and plopping them on the channel. So you'll be able to hear some of my latest original stuff, which this particular one here. And this little thing, it's just an E, and I'm throwing on a 9. This is that E chord, or sorry, C chord again that I love so much, with the Devil's 5. But this little thing that I was just messing around with here, that is one of my latest original songs that I'm currently kind of just messing around with right now, and the only reason I was even strumming it here just for kicks is to just kind of show that, once again, that expression of music. This is going to be that expression of music, that this thing here. It's going to be, kind of a driving beat. Yeah, so something to that effect. It's so it was just another feeling, another mood, another something that's going to come out of me, and that'll be the original song. So maybe in a month or so I'll have that done, and yay, something to listen to that you've never heard before, except for right there. That one's going to probably be just a little bit angry. I don't want to say completely angry. I don't really get into angry music, but that song's going to be a little bit more angry. So I got to finish up the day, but I'd love to finish it up with something that's just a little bit silly or something. How about this? This is coming to mind. Internet meme time here. How's that thing go? Taste the biscuit. Taste the goodness of the biscuit. Oh, here we go. Taste the biscuit. Taste the goodness of the biscuit. Taste that butter sauce. Taste the goodness of the biscuit with the butter sauce. Oh, it's the butter spread, sorry. Butter spread. Don't get your butter spread on me. I like the way it tastes on my chicken wings. I want to sing that up an octave on purpose because the lady, the little outfit that made it such a meme, the lady was singing it down an octave, and it made it so schmaltzy. I guess that was the appeal of the meme. Taste the biscuit, oh, taste the goodness of the biscuit, yeah, yeah. Taste the honey sauce, taste the goodness of the biscuit with the honey sauce. Get the honey sauce on me. I like the way it tastes on my chicken wings. Cause when you're at KFC, what are those words? Give me a 5-piece meal, oh what a deal. A big old box, it's all for me. Put my coleslaw on the side. You know what? I know you wanna try those potato wedges. So it does a whole entire mode change now. The keyboard solo. Taste the biscuit. Taste the biscuit, yeah. Taste the goodness of the biscuit. Taste that butter spread. Taste the goodness of the biscuit with that butter spread. You can get your butter spread on me. I like the way it tastes on my mac and cheese. Get that honey sauce on me. I like the way it is on my chicken wings. Take us out. Yay. Taste the biscuit. Oh. You know I love the biscuit, baby. I gotta go, you guys. It's been fun. it's been a roller coaster of emotions, truly, for sure, and a lot of effing around, and maybe only just a tiny bit of finding out. But shucks, when it comes to guitar, do all the effing around and finding out you can. I would say, carry on with that. You guys have been great. Have a great day.